A 66-year-old woman set to give birth next month, setting off a firestorm again of medical and ethical issues. Raising the question, how old is too old? Is there any age that's too old? Let's begin with ABC's Nick Watt.
A 66-year-old successful career woman about to become a first-time mom. Elizabeth Adeney, now 8 months pregnant, will be one of the oldest mothers in the world. Chatter on the internet ranges from wonder at the miracle to harsh criticism. Elizabeth Adeney claims that for motherhood it only matters how old you feel. She says she's fit and healthy, and on the inside, feels like a 39-year-old. Most IVF clinics in Britain and the US won't help women over 50, so Miss Adeney flew to Ukraine, a so-called fertility tourist.
And now that the technology exists, more are doing so.
In 2004, New Yorker Alita St. James became the oldest American mother of twins. She was nearly 57. A year later, this 66-year-old Romanian woman became the world's oldest mom. And last year, Onkari Panwar from India stole her crown. Desperate for a male heir, she had IVF aged 70. Her wish came true. Twins, one of them a boy.
We don't tell a 14-year-old unmarried woman that she's not allowed to have a child. Why should we tell a 66-year-old woman who's healthy and wants to have a baby that she shouldn't have a child? Who's to say?
Elizabeth Adeney says what she's doing is between her, her baby, and no one else. For Good Morning America, Nick Watt, ABC News, London.
Well, joining us right now, Alita St. James. You'll remember she sent a message to women to follow their heart's desire when at 57 she became the oldest woman in America to give birth to twins. And those twins, Gian and Francesca, are 4.5 years old and with us this morning with very beautiful shoes.
Oh yes, sparkle shoes.
Are you sure, like Cinderella, I can't wear your shoes? Are you sure I can't? Can I try? No. You know better, don't you? So it's good to see you, Alita.
Oh, it's great.
Wanted to check in with you because the controversy continues, as we know. And when you hear a story of another woman, at this time 66 years old, do you ever say to yourself, no, that is finally too old?
It's really hard to say that, Diane, because I believe in winding up, not down. And this particular woman seems like she really had it planned out, and she looks young and has energy. And
but when you hear of a 70-year-old woman, then do you go, wait a minute, even I say no?
Well, you know what? That woman was in India, and I've been to India quite a bit, and they have a whole big support group, and the family takes over, and look what happened to Natasha Richardson, 40. You see, we never know. I think it's a choice in terms of nurturing and love, and certainly it's been the biggest miracle of my life. I mean, I'm 61 now, and I've had more energy than I've ever had.
Really? You don't get more tired than somebody in her 30s?
I
You really
don't
think so?
Now I can get 4 hours sleep, 5 hours sleep, because they're so wonderful. They motivate me to keep alive and to keep growing and being creative. I'm cutting an album now of healing music and writing and doing my healing practice, and well, they're a joy constantly. They keep me young.
As you know, the medical profession in England, there's a cutoff for National Health Service at the age of 40, and that's why she became a fertility tourist, I believe was the phrase Nick used. In this country, by and large, it's age 42 to 45 that they don't want to do in vitro anymore. There are a few that will do it at the age 50, 55. Do you think those medical concerns are just irrelevant?
Well, first of all, a lot of the reasons why they don't go older is because they want their numbers to be high. They want to say they have a great success rate. And you have to get checked out. Like when I went through this whole process, what's going on, G? That's a train. Get that caboose going. I would say to any woman that's older is that she really needs to be checked out. I danced, I was athletic, I climbed Machu Picchu.
So it's still woman by woman for you?
Absolutely, and there's not that many women that are really jumping in to do this when you think of the possibilities of how many there are in the world.
So never a single day, never a single moment have you said to yourself, ow. If I had it to do over again, maybe I wouldn't have done it.
Oh, no. In fact, Diane, I always say, I'm so glad I did this. It's been the biggest joy of my life, and it's not like I haven't done things in my life. It's made me feel so fulfilled. every day I wake up and I say, God, this is a miracle. I mean, the other day I was trying to take a nap for the first time, and I was lying down after 4.5 years, and all of a sudden I felt this trickle on me, and Jean was pouring water on my head. And I thought, okay.
Back up and at it.
And I thought, but you know what? I wouldn't live without it. And Francesca gets these shoes, and I think, do you have a boyfriend now? My mother would have never let me get those shoes, but you know, it's Francesca.
You go to school, don't you, Francesca?
Yes, she saw
Oh, did you see?
Elmo.
We do. We have toys waiting for you, and we're so glad to see you again. It's very nice to see you.
Do you want to give high five to
I held you when
Diane?
you were a baby, but it's very nice to see you again.
Oh.
And you too, Ian. Thanks so much. Good to catch up with you. And as we said, it's an issue that continues to be debated and will be for time to come.